Hey sweet people, and welcome back to my channel, or if it is your first time here, welcome especially. I'm Sally and I'm so glad you've stopped by. Today we are going to be making 3 cozy holiday coffee recipes, ones that I personally have been loving now that we are officially in a holiday season, and honestly throughout the rest of the winter, as they are just extra warm, extra nourishing. They're all going to be pro-metabolic approved in the sense that we are pairing protein, carb, and fat to help balance the blood sugar and prevent an unnecessary, there we go, cortisol spike with that caffeine. So without further ado, we're gonna get into it. This first recipe is my yolky Gingersnap Latte. It's like a gingerbread latte, but with a little extra kick. And if you are not a spice person, we'll say you can always leave that little extra kick out. All of these also can be made without an espresso maker. You can just brew some coffee extra strong, however you like to do it, and then you can heat your milk over the stove. Let's make that Gingersnap Latte. We're gonna start out by combining our egg yolk, 1 pastured egg yolk, with our sweetener, our spices, and either some vanilla bean paste or vanilla extract. Either will work. I'm using maple syrup today, although I will just say my very favorite thing to use in this is molasses. So if you have molasses, I would give that a go, but we're adding about 1 tablespoon. And then over here in our spice blend, I have about a 1/4 teaspoon of ground ginger, just a dash of cinnamon, a pinch of sea salt, and a very, very tiny pinch of cayenne pepper. That's going in here as well. And then we're gonna add about a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla bean paste, or once again, vanilla bean, I always wanna say vanilla bean extract, but I suppose just vanilla extract, which does come from the bean, so I suppose that's still accurate. With everything else, I'm using a chopstick because it works well, but you can use a fork, a whisk, whatever you would like to combine this thoroughly. We want it to get pretty frothy. Then we're gonna go ahead and pull our espresso shot. You can add collagen here if you want, but I like to wait, honestly, until after I've pulled my espresso to add collagen so that it dissolves really well. We've gone ahead and pulled our espresso over the egg yolk mixture. I'm gonna add 1 scoop of collagen. I like to use Perfect Supplements hydrolyzed collagen, and I will of course link this in the description box. I'm going to whisk this thoroughly, and then we're just gonna finish it off with our steamed milk. Made this one super frothy, so if we're being technical, I suppose it's actually more of a cappuccino than a latte, but either way, it's gonna be so tasty. Let's take a sip. Cheers, y'all. Love the little snap. Takes it to a whole nother level. This next coffee is so easy to make. It's an eggnog latte, so I'm using some high quality eggnog that I picked up from Whole Foods. I'm gonna use half of that because I don't want it too sweet today, and then half just regular whole milk. I've already gone ahead and pulled my espresso shot, so we're just gonna steam up the milk. You could always heat it over the stove and then froth it, and then I'll top it with a little bit of cinnamon and nutmeg. Morning, y'all. It is time for our last coffee recipe, and this one is my favorite because I am a peppermint mocha girl through and through. So today we are going to make a peppermint mocha coffee creamer, and I like to add this to drip coffee, pour over. I'm gonna do an Americano today and just add this as my coffee creamer, but you could certainly dilute it and steam it up with a steam wand if you wanted to do that as well. You are gonna need a saucepan for this recipe, and then I've got a cup of half and half. I'm gonna use a half cup of milk. I love this from Working Cow's Dairy. It is not homogenized. It is low batch pasteurized, and it preserves the nutrient content of it, although it does still kill the enzymes, so just bear that in mind if regular milk is not good on your tummy, and it is not homogenized, so it's amazing. I'm just gonna use some white sugar here for the neutral flavor, but you're welcome to use whatever sweetener you'd prefer. We've got peppermint extract. We're gonna need about 3/4 of a teaspoon, and I've got some cacao powder. You can use cocoa powder as well, but I do like cacao powder for the added nutrient density. Good little magnesium supplement, we will say. Good in many respects. And then we just want a jar that we can put this all in afterwards. I've gone ahead and added my half and half to the stove over medium heat. I'm going to add my half cup of milk. And now we're gonna go ahead and add anywhere from about 1/3 to a half cup of sugar, just depending on how sweet you'd like this and how much you anticipate, you know, wanting to put in your drinks. I like it to be relatively concentrated, and I won't use all too much, so I'm gonna go ahead with a half cup of sugar. And we are just going to gently whisk this up. We want the sugar to dissolve. That's why we need the stove. Now we just need to add our cacao powder and our peppermint extract. I do 2 heaping tablespoons of cacao. And like I said before, we're gonna do about 3/4 of a teaspoon of peppermint extract. Whisk this. Heat it gently until everything is nice and combined, and then we're just gonna store it in our jar, and I will add it to my Americano this morning. I promise, if y'all love peppermint mocha as much as I do, you do not need to go to the store and get the one that they make that is filled with gums and super expensive. You can make it yourself, and it is just as good, if not better. So I'm gonna enjoy this. I'm gonna end the video here. Thank y'all so much for watching. Please like this video if you did like what you saw here today, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Happy holidays, y'all. Until next time, bye.